Hi everyone, welcome to today's class. Today we're gonna see Strategic Management Unit 5. Okay, the first topic which we're gonna see is strategy implementation. So, which it means the second stage of strategy management after the strategy formulation, the strategy implementation is what is more familiar of strategy execution. Once they have decided, they have to execute their plan. So this is a strategy implementation. So this is where the real action takes a place in a strategic management process. Since this is where the tactics in a strategic plan will be transformed into actions or actual performance. So which is to needless say is the most rigorous and demanding part of the entire strategic management process, and the one the one that will require the most input of the organization resources. So however, if done right, okay, it will ensure the achievement of objectives and the success of the organization. And the next one is a definition. So this strategy implementation refers the execution of the plans and strategies. So as to accomplish the long-term goals of the organization, so which convert the opted strategy into moves actions of the organization to achieve their objectives. Okay. By this, if strategy formulation, okay, which tackles that what and why of the activities of the organization. The strategy implementation is all about how the activities will be carried out, okay, who will perform them, when and how often they will be performed, and where will be the activities can be done, this or that. This all takes place. Okay, so by this the basic activities of strategy implementation are the first one is establishment of annual objectives. So before after planning, before execution, they need to they need to find the annual objectives, so that they will follow the objectives based on the objectives. And the next one, after that, formulation of policies for execution of strategies. After the policy formulation only, they will execute the strategy. Third one, allocation of resources. So for assets and liabilities like that, so they will allocate what are the resources they are having. Based on that, they will allocate that. Okay, if it's a current or non-current, fixed, like that. Okay, long term or a short term. And the next one is actual performance of a task and activities. So what are the tasks and what are the activities they need to perform, they need to improvise. Okay, so then finally, leading and controlling the performance of activities. So once they need to find the leading and controlling of performance of activities or a tactics. Okay, what are the ways in the various levels of the organization. So this is incidentally business may also find out, they may to have to perform the further planning even during the implementation stage, so which is especially in the discovery of issues, so which must be addressed. So by this strategy implementation is a stage which demands participation of entire organization, so which is the formulation of the strategies are mostly in the hand of strategic management team, so with the aid of senior management and key employees. So when it comes to the implementation, however, so it is a workforce that will execute the strategic plan with the top or senior management taking the lead. Okay, so based on this, the process, so what are the process they need to do. So before going the process, you need to check out the chart diagram which I have given in the material. Okay, so that's in a page number 2. So once for a strategic plan, okay, they already planned. So after that, they need to achieve the strategies. What are the strategies they need to achieve? Means project implementation, after the procedure implementation, after the resource allocation, the same thing which I have told already, the basic activities in that. Okay, so after achieving the strategies only, they can manage the change. So what has to be changed, what has to be improvised. Okay, structural implementation and leadership implementation. So by this, after the change only, they need to achieve the effectiveness, how long they will get the effect, or they will get the results. So based on this, functional implementation and operational implementation. Okay, the mainly this in a project procedure, structure, leadership, functional, operation. So these are the they need to implement in a strategic plan. So after this, finally only evaluation and control. Okay, so based on this strategy implementation is the fourth stage of a strategic management process, we all know. Okay, after the strategy formulation, next stage is the strategy implementation. So by this, the other three, So which is the strategy, mission, vision, objectives, and environment, organization, analysis, formulating the strategy. So it is followed by the strategic evaluation and control. Okay. And the process of strategy implementation, so which means first one is a building an organization, so which possess the capability to put strategies into action successfully. Okay. And the next one is supplying resources, so based on the resources, sufficient quantity, strategy essential activities, and developing policies with encourage strategy. And after that, such policies and programs which are employed, which helps in continuous improvements. Okay. And next one is a combining the reward structure for achieving the results, so by based on the combine the reward structure. And finally, using the strategic leadership, so by this the process of strategic implementation which has an important role to play in the company's success. So the process takes place after environmental scanning, which is a SWOT analysis. Okay, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Okay, these analysis and ascertain the strategic issues. And next one is a prerequisites of a strategy implementation. So this institutional strategy. Okay, first of all, the strategy is to be institutionalized, the organized. Okay, so in sense that the one who frame it should be promote or defend in it in front of the member, so because it may be undermined. The first under this, the first one is developing proper organizational climate. So this organizational climate implies the components of internal and external environments. Okay, so first they need to develop the proper internal climate, internal organization. So the settings that included cooperation, development of a personnel, and degree commitment, determination, the efficiency which converts the purpose into results. And then second one is a formulation of operating plans, so which means this operating plans refers the action of plans, so the decision and the programs. So this take place regularly in the different parts of the company if they are framed to indicate the proposed strategic results. So they assist in attaining the objectives of organization by concentrating on the factors which are significant. Okay, the third one is developing proper organizational structure. So how the organizational structure be? So the organization structure implies the way in which different parts of organization are linked together. So it highlights the relationship between various designation, position, roles. Okay. To implement a strategy, the structure is to be designed as per the requirements of the strategy. And the next one is a periodic review of strategy. So this review of strategy is to be taken at a regular intervals. So as to identify whether the strategy is implemented is relevant to the purpose of organization, as the organization operates in a dynamic environment, so which may change anytime. So it is essential to take review to know if it can fulfill the needs of organization. So even the best formulated strategy fail if they are not implemented in an appropriate manner. So further, it should be kept in mind that if there is an alignment between a strategy and other elements like resource allocation, organizational structure, work climate, culture, process, reward structure, and then only the effective implementation is possible. Okay. And the next one is aspects for strategy implementation. Okay, so by this the first one is a creating budgets, so which provide a sufficient resources to those activities which are relevant to the strategic success of the business. So by this supplying the organization with a skilled and experienced staff, confirming that the policies and procedures of the organization which assist in the successful execution of the strategies, leading practices which are to be employed for carrying out a key business functions, and setting up an information and the communication system, and they facilitate the workforce of the organization which used to perform their roles effectively. So by this the developing a favorable work climate culture for a proper implementation of the strategy. So by this implementation is the time key part of overall process, so as it puts the formulated plans into action and desired results. And the next one is factors that support strategy implementation. So this effective execution of a strategy which supported five key components or a factors. Okay, the components in the first one is a people, because there are two questions, so which must be answered. So do you have enough people to implement the strategies? Do you have the right people in the organization to implement the strategies? These are the two. Do you have enough people? Do you have a right people? Okay, so because the number of people is the workforce is an issue that then easier to address because you can hire additional manpower. So the tougher part of this is seeing that you take you have the right place, so looking into whether they have a skills, knowledge and competencies which required in carrying out the task that will implement a strategy. So if it appears that the current employees lack the required skills and competencies, they should be made to undergo the necessary trainings, seminars, workshops, so that they will be better equipped and ready. It's time to put the strategic plan into actions. So, in addition, the commitment of the people is also something that must be secured by management. Since they are the implementers, they have to be fully involved and committed in achievements of the organization objectives. Okay. The next one is the resources. So one of the basic activities in strategy implementation, so which is allocation of resources. These refers to both financial, non-financial resources, so that are available to the organization and lacking but required a strategy implementation. So of course, the first thing that comes to mind is the amount of funding, so which will support implementation. So by covering the cost, expenses that must be incurred in the execution of strategies. So another important resource is the time. So is there more than enough time to see strategy throughout its implementations? And the next one is the structure. So the organizational structure must be clear cut. So with the lines of authority and responsibility defined and underlined in the hierarchy or a chain of a command. So each member of the organization must know who he is accountable to and who he is responsible for. So by this, the management should also define the lines of communication, so which is throughout the organization. So employees, even those on a lowest tier of the organization hierarchy, must be able to communicate with their supervisors, top management, and ensuring an open, clear communication network with a facilitate the implementation process. And the next one is the systems. So what systems, tools or capabilities are in a place to facilitate the implementation of the strategies? So what are the specific function of this system? So how will these systems aid in a succeeding steps of the strategic management process after the implementation? And the next one is a culture. So this is the organizational culture or a overall atmosphere within the company, so which is particularly with respect to its members. So organization should make its employees feel important and comfortable for in their respective roles by ensuring that they are involved in a strategic management process and that they have a very important role. So because a culture of being responsible, accountable for one's action, so with responding incentives, sanction of a good, poor performance will also create an atmosphere where everyone will feel more motivated to contribute to the implementation of strategies. So by these factors are generally in an agreement with a key success. So factors and prerequisites of an implementation strategy. So which identified as MC Kinsey. Okay. So these success factors presented by MC Kinsey 7S framework. So a tool made to provide answers for the question regarding the organization designs. So that emphasizes which the framework coordination over the structures, so which also supports how the strategy implementation is described to involve entire organization and not just select department or divisions. So by this there are seven factors into divided into two groups. Okay, so the first one is the hard S. So hard S, soft S, hard and soft. Based on this, in hard, strategy, structure, system. So these three are hard, and style, shared value, staff, skills, these are soft. So these are the seven factors. Okay, and the next one is a strategy. So this is organizational structure must be visible to everyone because clearly identify how the departments, divisions, units and sections are organized with the lines of authority and accountability clearly established. Okay, and the next one is a structure. So the organizational structure is must be visible to everyone and clearly identify how the departments, divisions, units, sections are organized with the lines of authority, accountability clearly established. And the next one is the systems. So this system means there should be clear indication and guidance how the main activities or operations of the business are carried out. So the process, procedures, task, flow of work, makeup of the systems of the organization. see these factors I already told me. The main factors in hard and soft. For a hard, strategy, structure, systems, yes, okay. And the next one is for soft, okay, style. So this addresses the management leadership style in which force in the organization, from a top to bottom, top management to the team leaders, managers to the smaller units. So the strategy implementation advocates participative leadership styles, and this is really more about defining, describing interaction among the leaders in the organization and some extent how they are perceived by those they lead or manage. And the next one is a staff. So this organization will always have to deal with the matters, so which is regarding staffing, human resources. After all, the one of the most important assets or resources of an organization. Thus much attention is given to human resources process, so which specifically hiring, recruitment, selection and training. And the next one is the skills. So employees without a skills are worthless. Rescues the organization in order to aid the organization on the road towards its goals. So employees must have the skills, competencies, capabilities which required in implementation of the strategies. And the next one is the shared values. So this is at the art of MC Kinsey 7S framework, and they refer the standards, norms, generally accepted attitudes that ultimately spur members of the organization to act or react certain manners. Because the employee behavior will be influenced by these standards and norms, so their shared values will become one of the driving forces of the organization as it moves forward. So usually organization may took at each of these key success factors, okay, for individual analysis. So this approach takes a wider approach, which is if they are well aligned with the factors or not, and all seven prerequisites are interconnected, so which means all seven must be presented, so they must be effectively aligned with each other in order to ensure effective strategy implementation and overall organizational effectiveness. So here is another interesting lecture from Stanford University, how to align an organization execute strategy. And the next one is what causes failure of strategy implementation. Okay, so why it is what are the things causes or a failure or unsuccessful of strategy implementation. So going back to the earlier discussion on why some business failed even with the best laid planned strategies. So have you ever wondered what went wrong in the implementation? Because they conducted a Fortune magazine, it revealed that 9 out of 10 organizations are unable to fully, completely, properly implement their strategic plan. Because often resulting to complete a business failure, we are looking at a 9 out of 10 organization that just wasted their resources, opportunities, probably even very good strategies that have been formulated in a first stage of a strategic management process. Okay, then we have to know what are the strategies are unsuccessful, why the strategies are unsuccessful. Okay, so unsuccessful reasons are: first one, employees and managers do not fully understand the strategy. So, and this arises mainly from their lack of understanding of the mission, objectives of the organization. This lack of understanding may be traced to a number of reasons, such as some of reasons. So reasons are lack of effective communication. So there is no effective communication. In general, it falls upon the shoulders of a senior management and a strategic management team, because to communicate the organizational mission goals every member of the workforce, so which also make them understand the strategy, each member's particular role in how it will be carried out. Okay, and the next one, the lack of ownership on the part of the implementers. So the members of the workforce, since the employees and maybe even the supervisors of the smaller units are unaware of the strategy, so which do not understand it. So this is very, there is a very little motivation and sense of empowerment to make them perform well in their respective tasks and functions. So there is a lack of ownership since the employees do not feel that they have a stake in the plan. So and this result to poor implementation of the strategy. Okay, so by this the confusing, convoluted and generally overwhelming plan, some people can only assimilate several things in at one time. So because if they are presented with a plan that seems too massive and too ambitious for them, so their natural response would involve shutting down and refusing to understand. So thus it is important that the strategy formulation be carried out properly. It used to be mainly user friendly manner because the communication is the key. No matter how overwhelming the strategic plan may be, it can still be understood and accepted by the workforce if communicated properly. Okay. So this strategy, why the strategy is disconnected? Okay. So because from the crucial aspects of the business such as budgeting, employee compensation, incentives. So by this the executing the strategies involves funding, resource allocation, financial management and other budget matters. So if there is a no link connecting these activities to strategies, then there is no way that they will implemented effectively. And next one is a, it is a paid little attention by management. So all too often the owners, managers and supervisors become caught up in the day to day operations of the business. So they rarely refer the strategic plan. Before long they end up adapting a dismissive attitude towards the strategic plan, so treating strategies or as something related to the overall management process, but still separate. They devote a token number of hours in a month to go over the plan and discuss strategies. So but that's it. After the discussion they will put it in the back of their mind and continue as they were. So because in order to ensure the success of strategy implementation, this should covering all your basics is important. So the way to go about that is by following the essential steps or to evaluate the strategies. Okay. And the next one is the steps in strategy implementation. What are the steps? The first step, evaluation and communication of the strategic plan. Okay. So this strategic plan, which was developed during the strategy formulation stage, will be distributed in implementation. So however, there is still a need to evaluate a plan, which is especially the respect of initiatives, budgets, performance. So after all, it is possible that there are still inputs that will crop up during evaluation but were missed during the strategy formulations. So next one is these are the upcoming steps, which are several sub steps to be undertaken within steps. Okay. The first one is align the strategies with the initiatives. The first thing first, check that strategies on the plan are following the same path which leading the emission and strategic loan of the organization's goals. Okay. The second one is align budget to the annual goals objectives. The financial assessment conducted prior will provide an insight on a budgetary issues. So we have to evaluate how these budgetary issues will impact the attainment of objectives and see to it that the budget provides sufficient support for it. So in the event that there are budgetary constraints or limitations, so they must first be addressed before launching fully implementation mode. Okay. And third one is communicate and clarify the goals, objectives, strategies to all members of the organization. So regardless of their position in an organization hierarchy, so everyone must know and understand the goals and objectives of the organization and strategies that will be employed to achieve them. Okay. And next one is the steps 2. Step 2 is a development of an implementation structure. So this is the next step, is the creation of create a vision or a structure, so which will serve as a guide or a framework for the implementation of our strategies. So these are the steps of how the development will be. The first one, establishment of a linking coordination mechanism between among various departments and their respective divisions and units. So this is mainly for a purposes for facilitating the delegation of authority and responsibility. And then second was, formulate the work plan procedures to be followed in the implementation of the tactics in the strategies. Okay. And determine the key managerial tasks, responsibilities to be performed and the qualifications required of the person who will perform them, and determine the key operational tasks and responsibilities to be performed and the qualification required of the person who will perform them, same repeated, and assign the task to the appropriate departments and evaluate current staffing structure, and finally communicate the details to the members of the organization, so which may be in the form of models, manuals or guidebooks. Then the step 3, okay, which was development of implementations and support policies programs. So some call them strategy encouraging policy, while others refers them as a constant improvement programs. So this These are the policies and programs which will be employed in aid of implementation. Okay, so the first one is establish a performance tracking and monitoring system. So which means this will be the basis of evaluating the progress of the implementation of strategies and monitoring the rate of accomplishment of the results. So if they were accomplished at all, define the indicators for measuring the performance of every employee, of every unit or a sections, of every divisions, and of every department. Okay, and then the second one, establish a performance management system. So this is quite possibly the aspects of performance management which will encourage employee involvement is the recognition and reward structure. So when creating a reward structure which makes sure that it has a clear direct link to the accomplishment of results. So which will be indicated in the performance tracking and monitoring systems. And the third one is establish an information and feedback system. So that will gather feedback, okay, and result data to be used for a strategy evaluation later on. And finally, communicate. So again, communicate these policies and programs to be the members of the organization. Excuse me. And next one is a step 4, budgeting and allocation of resources. Okay, so by this it is now a time to equip the implementers with the tool that capabilities to perform their task and functions. So the tools which are follows, allocate the resources to the various departments which depending on the results of financial assessment to the budgetary requirements. Okay, so which is disperse the necessary resources to the departments and make sure everything is properly accurately documented. And third one, maintain a system checks balances to monitor whether the departments are operating within their budgetary limits, they have gone above beyond their allocations. And step 5, discharge of functions and activities. Okay, so it's a time to operationalize the tactics and put strategies into action which aided by strategic leadership utilizing participatory management and leadership styles. So throughout these steps the organization should also ensure the following: the continuous engagement of a personnel by providing training and reorientation, okay, and enforce the applicable control measures in the performance of the task, and evaluate performance at every level, identify performance gaps, if any, to enable adjusting corrective actions. So, it is possible that the corrective actions may entail changes in the policies and program structures established and set in earlier steps. So, that's all right. Make the changes when necessary. So, this is basically the result to or accomplish in a step 5. So, which will be in a input next steps. So, which is the third stage of strategic management, strategy evaluation. Okay, so some argue that implementation of strategies are more important than the strategies themselves, but this is not about taking sides or awaiting and making a comparisons, especially considering how these two are important stages in strategic management. So thus it is safe to say that formulating winning strategies is just half a battle and the other half is their implementation. So simply put, strategy implementation is the technique through which the firm develops, utilizes, integrates its structure, culture, resources, people and control system to follow the strategies to have the edge over the competitors in the markets. So by this, the strategy implementation is the fourth stage of the strategic management process, or other three being determination of strategic missions, vision, objectives. So by this, the environmental and organizational analysis formulating the strategy. So it is followed by strategic evaluation and control. So by this class is over. We'll see you all in the next class with the next topic. Take care all. Thank you.